Today I have some studies, the first day some show I'm running it up for the
and promising future in the context of Jerusalem's 50-year anniversary. Experience the Western Wall, modern Tel Aviv, the Dead Sea, and much more. All in the comfort and safety of first-class accommodations. For trip details, visit StandWithIsraelTour.com. AM 1170, The Answer, KCBQ.
I want you to first focus on six sentences right there. Take the bell and quote 4 times. Fifth, share this with your friends or family. 6, tell your friend your family to show to my son. Because Thomas T. heard me toward the music.
Washington Examiner joins me now. Selena, good morning. Training camp starts today. The Browns resurgence begins today.
She after start this watch.
Over it,
yes. I'm starting this already. Sorry.
It takes forever to go through, but I want people to hear a side of this story because many networks, including my own, spend all day, every day talking about this. There are 2 segments that he bolded. I want to read those for the audience. He bolded the fact that I was asking about ways to start a dialogue after Election Day should, of course, be viewed as strong evidence that I was not aware of one that existed before Election Day. And later, I did not collude, nor know of anyone else in the campaign who colluded with any foreign government. I had no improper contacts. I have not relied on Russian funds to finance my business activities in the private sector. I have tried to be fully transparent with regard to the filing of my SF-86 form above and beyond what is required. Hopefully this puts these matters to rest. Will it? Selena Zito.
Well, I think that it should. As I read this thing, and you hear snippets of some of the things that he has said, it appears to me that there's a lot of naive approach.
Yeah, that's not what the bus stop was.
After 1 year of investigation with zero capital B evidence being found, Chuck Schumer just stated that, quote, Democrats should blame ourselves, not Russia. I don't know where he just stated that, but obviously it still bothers the president a great deal. But I think that so many people in the media are now so heavily invested in the Russian narrative that they have nowhere else to go. The people at risk are Manafort and Flynn. And of course, if the story about Jeff Sessions is true, he will be in trouble. But it may not be true at all, given the inaccuracies of what the press has reported.
They're full steam ahead in it, and it's hard to let go. And the president is as invested in proving this wrong, and sometimes to his own detriment, in that he is so angry about this that he wants to beat the press on it.
And there's other in the freeway right now.
So what's in your story?
Yeah, see, in the freeway.
It's going to crush the media. They're very exposed.
I know. That was the whole long point I was trying to get to. It is not going to be. It sounds terrible to say, but it's not going to be good if nothing's found for our profession, right?
Oh,
it's not going to be good.
Hundreds of hours.
On president.
Yeah, thousands of hours spent on conspiracy theories about the Russians, and if they can't find anything, it's going to be amazing. Last thing.
For you absolutely, positively.
Good morning, this is Immaculate Harsh, Radio News Break. President Trump is set to deliver a statement on health care today. In a tweet on Sunday, the president wrote that if and replace Obamacare, the repercussions will be far greater than any of them understand. The White House says the president will be meeting today with victims of Obamacare before delivering his statement this afternoon. Investigators work to identify the victims in a deadly human smuggling incident in Texas. At least 9 people died after being kept in a sweltering trailer of an 18-wheeler in San Antonio over the weekend. There were around 30 others found in the trailer at the time. They've been taken to hospital, some critical. One person is in custody in connection with the incident. He is identified as 60-year-old James Bradley of Florida.
Welcome to the program. Hey, John, you're on the air. Welcome.
Good morning, Patrick, and thank you for taking my call.
Certainly.
The question that I have for you is, thank you. I had heard you speaking one time on your morning program about people at Mass, parishioners in church, opening up their hands in prayer and stretching out their arms during the Mass. Now, I've been a convert back to the Catholic Church within the last 5 years. After 60 years of being out of the church, I came back that I went to see an actual Latin Mass. Someone gave me a missal with the Latin on the left, the English on the right. I was brought to tears. I've never seen, even when I was an altar boy in the 50s, the altar, the reverence of the altar, I should say men, not altar boys, men, kissing the hand of the priest. I mean, the rituals, everything was sung, even the Nicene Creed in Latin. So, but the question that I have for you is regarding the prayer of people opening their hands. I'm not going to judge that. If that's something that they do and they get, that makes them feel good, fine. But you...
We want to avoid both of these errors, both of these extremes, and avoiding clericalism, recognize that there is a distinct role for lay people that is unique, and there's a distinct role for those who are ordained, the priests and bishops, etc. And that is unique too. So
at our church, all of the children are opening up their hands and praying in that manner. And to me is where's the tradition? If the bishop has the right to say, okay, well, we're not gonna obey this law, we're not gonna obey that law, I want to do it this way, I want to do it that way. Where is our tradition going? And where's the contradiction there? RCIA is telling me one thing, and the children being taught another thing. So I don't know whether they're getting that in there.
there is what's called unity and pluriformity. And pluriformity is a kind of an expression of different, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that it's unsettling as it is just trying to rectify what's happening and understanding it. I'm not being judgmental by any means of what people may do.
Maybe it's here or maybe not. Maybe here. I don't know. Maybe it's here or maybe not. It's
And I never see anybody else doing like during the Our Father. I will tap my chest with my hand, and this is just something I read about. It's interesting. And
Yeah, maybe it's that's here. Yeah, that's towards us here. Let's see. I'll show you the name. This something like that. The name is. Yeah, like Thomas Church. That's like Thomas Church this way. Like Thomas Church this way. Your friend to us here. Yeah.